everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. I haven't done a live stream in a while. Numerous reasons I'll detail in future videos. As you can see here, the being on December 21st, I believe, which is it? 21st. Mixed stories on everything regarding gold. Silver's up a little bit. The crypto overall has been down. My bot's been purposely not trading. FTSE, Nikkei, it's this virus, man. It's just the spread of it is just crazy. This new one they found in England as well. Yike, 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 yike. Okay, so let's talk. I'll be shutting down the WhatsApp group if you want to be part of the next phase, which is on my private server. And from what I'm seeing on social media, pretty scary stuff. What they're doing, just come over to quantlabs.net/DVD, get your DVD stuff. It's all digital now, and you get the lifetime access to the chat server. Okay, so that's what's going to start happening. I'll be getting more into that later on. Once we settle the score on this communications thing I'm setting up. Alright, so let's go into our scans here on Moto. Oil and Brent crude were not included in these scans for the last couple of weeks. So here we are. Since I've been doing this process, let's say around mid-November. Now this is a 4-hour chart. Well, actually, it was a daily chart. You can see here $35 to $52. That's a big rise, and I'm trying to figure out why the scans aren't picking those up. So obviously there's some problems with that, but with a combination of news, you can definitely figure out what's moving. But oil definitely moving. Here's this big little bar on the way down. Thing is with oil, I don't know if these are fundamental trades, but with OPEC, they're manipulating the price to cut off supply with very low demand out there, and as a result, it's just politics. It's just manipulated demand coming out of OPEC. And the reason here, to the traditional scans that I use, we got the target price here of our price over the current price that we consider long. Definitely something I would be looking at. Here we have a couple of trades here. It's all been mostly currency. You can see these currencies are going down. Canadian with the Swiss franc. Here's the one I've talked about, okay, a few days ago. You can see this has been pretty good. This is the British and Canadian. Obviously moving on up until a few days ago. Now again, we're now moving in a 4-hour chart. So up until this point, December 18th, things were looking okay. Along comes this new virus in England, knocks it back. But you can see this big move up. Positive news somewhere for sure. It's a fundamental trade. It's got to be. So this one, I expect, if they can contain this new variant of this virus, England may continue to do okay in this next round up, especially when you look at how much it's declined since the 18th, and just one bar, it just moves up to almost recover those losses in the last few days. So that's the strength in the British pound right now. Here again, I mentioned this one as a defense play. This might be it. I always go back. This is the Euro Hungarian. When you look back on the daily, okay, and you can always confirm that done well. That's your confirmation that it's doing okay. So this is a good barometer to tell you if you need to be in a safe haven. This could be it. I mean, based upon what's happening in the U.S. Euro and Turkey going nowhere. Singapore, Japan going nowhere. Now this is the interesting one. 30-year bond. Now because of the future of the U.S. and the markets and how it's really no clarity, these are just weird trades. I think this is a manipulation trade courtesy of the Fed. Their announcement last week. Just don't ever believe what's coming out of the Fed. They virtually changed the goalposts change the goalposts so that they can spin better news out there to make it have better positive impact on the markets. Natural gas, this really depends on the weather. Is another one that's come up, and look at it how it's performed. This process of doing what I'm doing, I saw wheat moving on up, but it was starting to show up in these scans an excellent score around close at 574 all the way up to 593. So it's a small move, but it's something to kind of pay attention to. Canadian, Swiss franc, again, not really paying a lot of attention to it. British pound. Now this one, again, another long with the British pound and Canadian. The Canadian and Swiss franc, there's a lot of these here. Just did tank with all the rest, so this is definitely not a safe haven play. The gilt, the 100, or this is the market of UK 100, flat. So this is what it's been doing since late November. Here's a classic trade, British pound against the US. I don't know what to tell you there. With the British pound, the USD. Obviously the British pound may start to strengthen. And again, here with the Canadian, as I showed, same with the British pound against the Japanese yen talks. Okay, so now we're going to start looking at gold. Okay, so what I want you to remember, this is the trade of oil and gold. Okay, so temporarily, so nothing worth talking about there. And this is probably the strongest currency out there in the last month or so is in New Zealand. Oddly, the Singapore has made a difference for manipulating gold a few months ago. So I think that's continuing among other banks and whoever else is doing it. Australia 200, just not going anywhere. Same with the EU 50. Here's an interesting one. Euro against the Australian. Been flat, had a big move, comes back down. Who knows? The Euro against the Danish, Denmark, I mean. I was getting those two confused. No, I'm not gonna. Here's Euro against the British pound. Again, obviously these are trades related around the banning of UK flights into EU. For sure, that would have been a good trade, but unfortunately, it was a good trade from 89 all the way up to 92. Not much, but in the world of forex, no. Okay, so we have Germany, 10-year bond, flat. Let me just see if these are available. Yep, so Euro, Rand going down, whoop, whoop. But here's some longs here. This might be a long. Euro against Poland might be a long. Look at that. So it's moving on up. So this might be another defense play in the safe haven. You can see how, again, it's moved up there in March, April. So if things go bad, this is another place to hide out in. And let's see the Euro, New Zealand. Again, kind of going nowhere, but it's interesting to see. Let me just see the 1 day here. And see, yeah, so this is another good way to counteract those trades on the panic. Euro against New Zealand. Deutsche 30, we looked at Hong Kong. Just so you know, we're in the very good scores here now. Hong Kong, again, flat. If China recovers, this could move up, but China's just been not going anywhere. Asia's just not been performing. I'm looking at the SG. This is Singapore 30, just kind of going nowhere. Canadian against the Singapore has performed okay, I guess, but has been in the decline since December 9th, around there. These are more Asian trades, short. Doesn't really get me going. UK 100 is about to drop. Again, USD 30 year, not looking good. We're calling out shorts on Treasury. It says something right there. Again, 3 of them. If you want a short, I'm not a big short fan right now. Here's an interesting one: is the USD China. Look how flat it's been. calling for a long here with the U.S. against the China yuan. Really don't expect that. The best way to see how it performed again March, April. You can see it is a potential safe haven trade, but this one just long term is not sustainable. I don't know why. Maybe people just don't have the confidence in what the Indian economy is about. Again, flat here for the 10-year bond. USD Hong Kong again, just kind of, it's like a holding pattern, waiting for the next catalyst to come. USD Hong Kong may be moving up, but you can see here it drops back. Here's another one, USD Japanese yen dropping long term. Wheat we've talked about. Canadian CHF. This is a pretty strong trade for the number of times I see this. So this is, the more you see these combinations on a short, this is pretty well a higher chance of it going in that direction. It's a predictable trade is what I'm saying. British Canadian, this could move, who knows. Really depends upon now two things, not one, two things. With this new variant of this virus, I think they're going to have short-term pain, but they will come back stronger with better trading packs, I think. But you can see here, British pound's looking not bad. You got here two, pound against the franc, pound against the Hong Kong dollar. It's calling for some shorts here, but if I was a long-term trader, I'd be interested to see here we have yen, pound against the US dollar. I think we've already talked about this, so I'm not going to worry about it. Well, as I said, I'm not going to worry about it. Anyways, I think that's the end of this stream. I'm going to do another one to update you folks on where things are when it comes to the bots and stuff. So we'll talk to you later. Have a good day.